Okay, welcome back. So, let's do another quick recap here.
Right, there's many things going on at the same time.
Right, so Matthias he's the sparrow's prisoner up on the roof.
That's right.
Okay, so Clooney has been trying to get into Redwall. He's been using these strategies. The animals have kept him out for now.
They kept him at bay.
Right, but Methuselah, the old mouse, he's died.
That was a loss.
Right,
yes.
So how do you think Clooney is feeling?
Clooney the Scourge,
Yeah.
the evil guy who's trying to get into the Abbey? Probably not happy.
No, if all my strategies were failing, I'd be upset.
He probably thought this would be easy, but he's still not in the Abbey. His army is being fought off.
Right, so here, that's why it says here, Clooney is angry at his rat's failures.
Oh, he's blaming his rats, his soldiers.
Yep.
Maybe it was his strategy that didn't work. Anyways.
That's not all he's a little bit angry about.
What else?
He's also being troubled by dreams of a warrior mouse.
Ooh, now that could be Martin, the old warrior mouse, or it could be his visions of Matthias in the future.
Right.
But right now, Matthias is not a warrior mouse. He's a prisoner mouse.
That's
so
right.
I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen there.
Okay, well, let's find out more about these failures.
For sure.
We saw this noun failure, and a failure is a lack of success or a lack of achieving something. So we kind of use the verb form fail. If you fail a test, you could also say your poor grade is a failure. Here's another example. The president's failure to reach an agreement caused a war to break out between the two countries.
So they tried to do it, but they didn't succeed, and that not succeeding, that result is a failure. Yes, and he has many failures that, of course, are troubling him, does the evil Clooney. Now here, notice we're using trouble not as a noun, like I've got trouble or I'm in trouble. We're using it as a verb, to trouble. To trouble basically is just to bring problems to. Right? Something is troubling you, it's bothering you, it's bringing difficulties or problems into your life. You might be troubled by your health, you might trouble other people by not being responsible or letting them down or something like that. So anything that gives problems or makes problems or brings problems troubles you or troubles other people.
Right, okay, well, we know that Matthias, he's stuck, and Methuselah is dead. Everybody's had a bunch of bad news so far.
Right.
Now, Clooney the Scourge is going to get some good news. Bad news for the animals, good news for Clooney. Here it says, at last, his rats capture a frightened dormouse, and Clooney comes up with a new plan. Okay, so we see here the rats have captured a frightened dormouse. Now, the adjective frightened means you're very scared or afraid. We use this we make this an adjective because it came from the verb frighten, and we added the letters ed to it, frightened. And when we do this, we use these new words, frightened, to describe how someone feels. However, if we add ing to the verb frighten, we kind of are doing a different thing. We're describing what something is like.
Okay.
Here's a good example. The frightened children ran away from the big angry dog.
So the dog is scary, the children feel scared.
Right.
Okay.
We could change it around. The frightening dog barked at the children and they ran away.
Because they were frightened.
Right.
Okay, so the thing is frightening.
Yes.
Like the thing is boring, and I feel frightened. I feel bored. All right, there you go. So here we had the case of a frightened dormouse, because Clooney and his army, they are frightening to this poor little dormouse. What is a dormouse? It's a noun, and it's like a mouse that has a door. No, it has nothing to do with doors that you go into. It's just the name of the animal. It's kind of like a mouse. It might be a little bit bigger. They often move around mostly at night. I think they're kind of brown or a little bit brownish red, but basically it's kind of like a wild mouse that you might find outside rather than running around in your kitchen scaring housewives.
Okay, so Clooney's got a prisoner.
He's got a prisoner, another little mouse.
Big sparrow has a prisoner.
Yes.
Okay, but we've seen that Clooney has come up with a new plan here. Not good for the animals. The phrase come up with means to think of an idea or a plan or just something else for the first time, maybe a new strategy for the first time. Here's an example. Abby came up with a great title for her new song.
Yeah, when you're being creative, when you're trying to think of something new, you come up with ideas or plots or tunes or stories or something like that. It comes from your imagination. Anyway, back on the roof, remember Matthias? He was being held prisoner on the roof by the sparrows. So on the roof, Matthias makes friends with Warbeak, Bull Sparrow's niece. Remember, he was being held prisoner by King Bull Sparrow, the leader of the sparrow tribe. But he does make friends. He does make an ally from the sparrows, someone who help him. And this is Warbeak, the niece, or the Bull Sparrow is her uncle.
Right.
Basically, she is the niece. He is her uncle. She's of the tribe, but she's friendly with Matthias. This is good. This is good. This is good.
I think so.
So we read there that someone from the sparrow tribe, Warbeak, made friends with our friend Matthias, the brave mice. To make friends with, basically, just means to create a friendship. When you go to a place and you don't know people, you might want to make friends with people that are nice and friendly and talk to you. You'll create a new relationship, create a friendship. For example, Livia made friends with the new girl in her class. That was nice of her. So how does Warbeak help Matthias?
Well, she's got lots of great information.
She does.
Okay, so Matthias learns that Bull Sparrow lost Martin's sword in Mossflower Woods after he was attacked by Asmodeus Poison Teeth.
Asmodeus Poison Teeth.
A huge, deadly snake.
Of course, poison teeth. It's got to be a dangerous snake. So, what happens? Bull Sparrow, remember the evil sparrow leader, Bull Sparrow was using Martin's sword to kill a deadly snake.
That's right.
Oh, that must be Asmodeus Poison Teeth, the deadly snake. Now we have this adjective deadly.
That
doesn't sound good.
No, deadly actually describes something that's dangerous. It could kill you.
That's not good.
Yeah, it could make you dead.
Yeah.
There's lots of things that are deadly, plants, weapons, some animals. You don't want to be around those things.
Those are very dangerous things that could hurt you or even kill you. That's right. So a deadly poison from a deadly snake is not something you want in your body. Bull Sparrow dies, it says, trying to kill Matthias. Oh my gosh. And Warbeak becomes the Sparrow Queen.
Of course she does.
Wow. So she was the niece of the king. So I guess when the king dies, she rises up and becomes the queen now. Well, that's good for Matthias because they're friends.
And now he's free.
Phew.
And he knows where the sword is.
Oh, good. Yes.
All right. So here's what happens. Matthias sets off into Mossflower Woods to find Asmodeus and recover Martin's sword.
Martin's sword that they need to beat Clooney to save Redwall Abbey. Okay, but he's got to go.
He's got to go. He has to set off. Now, set off just means to start going somewhere. We're going to set off at 9 a.m. tomorrow, so make sure your bags are packed and in the car by then.
There you go. That's when the journey will begin, when you set off. And he's setting off to the woods to recover the magic sword. When you recover something, this verb means to get something back. Something that you have lost or something that was stolen. Something you had before, you lost it, and then you get it back. So if you, for example, lose your iPhone, lose your smartphone in a taxi or on the MRT, you might call around to police stations and you hope to recover it. You hope to get back your property. For example, Nathan recovered his missing bike after walking around his neighborhood for hours. He did find it, he did get it back. He did recover it. Good for Nathan. And good for Matthias. We'll be back with our chat question, I think.
That's right.
All right.